think the story of IFC's journey towards really seeing sustainability as a business driver starts where many other banks' stories start, which is with a pain point. We made an investment in a dam, a large hydro project, in the very early 90s. And this was a lightning rod for complaints around the treatment of Indigenous people, about the flow of the river, about everybody else who depended on that river for a livelihood, and what this dam would do to the flow of water. And independent investigation was called for, a report was written, and the process was traumatic for the institution. And that was the point at which IFC started to sort of invest in its capacity to understand environmental risks in projects. So that was in the early 90s, and I think it's been a gradual a process of learning, of going through that process of risk to opportunity to business driver. And I think 2000 was also an important point when the then CEO called for an internal meeting to talk about, well, what is going on? Sustainability is on everybody's tongues. You know, is this just a nice to have, or is this real? Is there a business case? And of course, most of the evidence at that time was coming from developed world, from northwestern Europe, frankly, and from the United States and Canada. And as an institution that invests in the developing world and in emerging markets, we asked ourselves the question, if the drivers in North America and Europe are civil society, the redefinition of the role of business, the social role of business, where business is regulated and the regulations are reasonably transparent, are those drivers really in existence in emerging markets? And can we note that the case is there, or could we make the case? And so we did some research. We came back with some interesting evidence about the fact that the case can be made in certain sectors in developing countries. And from that moment on, we became determined to try to push the role that the private sector can play, both in improving itself, increasing its profits, and also helping society and the environment more largely. So we really put the triple bottom line into our strategic thinking really in 2000, 2001.